Breaking Judicial Watch bombshell, FISA court held no hearings on Carter Page warrants. By Jim Hoff for the GatewayPundit.com. Conservative watchdog group Judicial Watch dropped a bombshell on Spygate Friday. The Justice Department admitted in a court filing this week that the FISA court never held hearings on the FISA applications for former Trump advisor Carter Page. One FISA warrant and 3 subsequent FISA renewals on Carter Page were obtained by Obama's corrupt FBI in order to spy on Trump's campaign via Judicial Watch. No such hearings were held with respect to the acknowledged FISA application. Accordingly, no responsive hearing transcripts exists. Washington, D.C. Judicial Watch today announced that in response to a Judicial Watch Freedom of Information Act FOIA lawsuit, the Justice Department DOJ admitted in a court filing last night that the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court held no hearings on the FISA spy warrant applications targeting Carter Page, a former Trump campaign part-time advisor who was the subject of 4 controversial FISA warrants. In the filing, the Justice Department finally revealed that the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court held no hearings on the Page FISA spy warrants, first issued in 2016 and subsequently renewed 3 times. National Security Division FOIA Consult Office of Intelligence to identify and locate records responsive to Judicial Watch's FOIA request. Office of Intelligence determined that there were no records, electronic or paper, responsive to Judicial Watch's FOIA request with regard to Carter Page. Office of Intelligence further confirmed that the Foreign Surveillance Court considered the Page warrant application based upon written submissions and did not hold any hearings. President of Judicial Watch Tom Fitton had this to say about the new developments. It is disturbing that the FISA courts rubber-stamped the Carter Page spy warrants and held not one hearing on these extraordinary requests to spy on the Trump team. Perhaps the court can now hold hearings on how justice was corrupted by material omissions, that Hillary Clinton's campaign, the DNC, a conflicted Bruce Orr, a compromised Christopher Steele, and anti-Trumper Peter Strzok were all behind the intelligence used to persuade the courts to approve the FISA warrants that targeted the Trump team. In July, Judicial Watch obtained over 400 pages of heavily redacted Carter Page FISA documents. Comey, Rosenstein, McCabe, and Sally Yates all signed the FISA applications, even though Hillary's fraudulent Russia dossier was used as a pretext to obtain the warrants. Obama's deep state, DOJ, and FBI withheld information about Hillary Clinton and the DNC being behind the information used to obtain the FISA warrant. President Trump is reportedly moving to declassify the June 2017 FISA renewal, which was signed by Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein and then FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe. Trump's ace card is a declassification order on all Carter Page FISA docs and other documents related to the Russia witch hunt. Mr. President, it is time to declassify all the Russia docs and watch Tom Fitton discuss the new developments in detail. This is a 40-minute clip. You can go to his site and watch that. As usual, Judicial Watch is doing the heavy lifting. Yes, he is. You can support Tom Fitton and his team by clicking there. You can go to his site. But yeah, Judicial Watch was asking for this a while back. And then now they get the answer that they don't have them. So what does that tell you? and Rod Rosenstein signed off, I think, on the last FISA warrant. And that's why Greg Jarrett, that I put up earlier, he is asking for them to be, haul the DOJ and the FBI in front of the Supreme Court so they can answer questions that the judge should ask them questions. And Jarrett says that there was wrongdoing there, and then to take the appropriate action, which I totally agree with. Because now Judicial Watch finally got the answer that there were no hearings on Carter Page, for this. So they just went along and got the FISA warrants passed. Now, why didn't the judge who signed off on these, allowed these FISA warrants, why didn't they bring up charges and you have to be told to do this? The judges themselves, whoever they may be, should have automatically, since they were based on false, unverified dossier, just signing off on the FISA warrants without, like, they weren't told supposedly that they were this dossier was financed by Hillary Clinton herself in order to approve the FISA warrant on Carter Page. So it seems, like, let's see what takes place, because the judges should have acted on this, I think, a long time ago, because this information has been out. But now Judicial Watch had asked for these hearings, this paperwork, and they said they have nothing on them now after so long. Sure, because they were all in on it, basically. So I don't know what kind of justice is going to happen. Let's see, because Collier, what was her name, that Greg Jarrett was saying, that she should bring, the DOJ and FBI should be hauled in front of that judge. We will keep you updated. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.